Gonna bite me.
doing that, he was the one who ended up killing himself as he predicted he would do all those years. YouTubers, and that letter has now been leaked to all of them. So it's definitely to try and sue people named in the letter or take them to court. But based on the context of the was believed, I personally this was just a hate letter that to who Onision considers his biggest enemies in the public domain. The header of the letter simply says, "Plan and notice of bankruptcy case filing," and in the letter it simply has a declaration that the bankruptcy filings have been forwarded to all the people on the list. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know if this means that Gregory has a plan to sue or ask for money from these people in the future. But now the news is out there. Greg has lost it all. And with the lawsuit out there, who knows how much more he'll lose? Millions of followers to declaring bankruptcy. It's a fitting downfall for the story of Onision. And that's the story of Onision. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I really appreciate it. Comment, I was gonna say RIP Onision, but honestly, he doesn't deserve to rest in peace. I should say hello. Hello.
Oh god. Yeah, get it together. Get it together. Stop doing Garrus like this. Fuck. Stop doing Garrus dirty like this. He's not this shitty. Stop doing him like this.
be close to you? Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Sueli? Why? Sueli, stop. 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 Why are you doing this? What's happening? I was playing this game before you got here. Don't act like this. Don't do this, okay? Please, we were chilling. It was cute. Ow! Ow! So you think being violent against me is gonna help? No, get away from me. I'm no longer in the mood. Get away from me. Go from my side. No, no, I don't wanna be cute anymore. You've scarred my hand. No, 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 don't do that. Go over there. The cuteness is over. I was chewed. I was maimed. Fucking idiot. ridiculous. I see you over there. I'm over it. Is everything gonna be okay?
I'm just gonna smoke a fat ass bowl and let myself be smooth brain for the day.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was being smooth brain on MK1 tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we can do it tomorrow if you want. I'm gonna keep doing it what I'm doing though tonight. I really did get attacked by Sueli. That's some old bullshit. Anyway.
How do you feel?
I feel much better than yesterday, that's for sure. Yesterday I felt like shit.
Were you like having migraine or something, or puking, or?
I was puking, I had a migraine, and my tummy hurt. My tummy still hurts, but it's not that bad.
And all that because of the heat?
I think it was the heat and probably food poisoning. I think I got food poisoning from somewhere, but I don't know where. So, yeah, it's bullshit, I know, it's bullshit. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. Did I finish it?
Yes, it is.
I cannot believe you called me on the toilet. I can't believe such a thing. Oh my god, she said I wasn't doing anything.
Give her a call.
Thank you so much for thinking of me whilst you were on the toilet. Thank you so much for having me in your thoughts.
You are welcome.
Oh my god. What did you finish anything for your paper?
Yeah, I finished one paper, and I'm trying to start the other one, but I think
You think what?
huh?
You think what?
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
What does it do?
I mean, it's not just Sunday, but we're leaving for Wisconsin on Sunday, so I just want to have it done. I don't have to think about it.
What are you guys doing in Wisconsin?
We're just going to the Dells. I've never been, and we're gonna just check out what's happening out there, and then maybe get in tune with nature and shit.
You have fun with that. It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be very cute.
Yeah, we were gonna try to do some dinner theater thing, but then the tickets were like $79, and I was like, fuck no. Why would I pay $79 to watch people dance around in costumes and eat bland food?
Oh my lord. Oh my
I gotta
lord.
pick one or the other.
She said I have to pick one or the other. I cannot believe
If it's going to
you.
be a cheap performance, then that's what I should expect if it's a cheap ticket.
Oh my god. Not only is it cheap, but it's cheap. It's cheap. Well, I hope you do have fun. I can think of like fun shit to do in the Dells.
Yeah, I haven't really ever gone to the Doe, so I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of want to get out of Chicago.
Yeah, get out. Go outside. Go do something.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Are you excited?
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be fun.
Hello? Hello?
Is weed legal there or no?
Weed legal in the Wisconsin? Yeah, I think so. Wait. Yeah. Wait. No, actually, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Just get weed while you're like at the border of some other state, and then, you know.
I think we were gonna try to read edibles anyway, because I don't think we can smoke on the where we are going.
Oh no. Okay. Sounds cute.
Anyways,
Sounds
how are
cute. I'm fine. I'm just like trying to get out of this like creative funk that I've been in. Well, not a creative funk. I've just been like trying to post something. I have to film myself tonight, Kia. I must do it since I'm streaming and everything. But it's like, you know, a bitch looks wretched. A bitch looks hella wretched. But I went and I got everything I needed to finish my review today. I just have to like fucking film it and post it, and it's just like, Nia, why won't you just do it? I think it's really because I have a hard time editing myself. I should practice with like some of the footage that I took from streaming tonight.
Yeah, you should. I think that's always the hardest part when you first start filming, is like looking at yourself.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
sound like that?
That's what I sound like. That's
Why
what I
do
look like.
that? Why am I smiling too hard?
Like, what's wrong with me?
Like, can I just be normal?
But then I realized that's not my brand. My brand isn't normal anyway, so I need to just accept that. I need to accept
I was trying to film something yesterday, and I just feel like I have such a hard time, like, being myself on camera.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I sound like I'm rehearsing something, and then I also sound like I didn't practice before I started filming, but I'm like, I just want to be myself, you know, without a script and shit. But I just don't know what to say. Like, I'll say something, and then I'm just kind of like, I don't know if that was me.
Well, you just have to go with what you wrote. I'm learning that. I'm understanding that. Unless I really feel like, you know, it's different. But I feel like me trying to go unscripted, it ends up with me saying too many dumbass things. So I have to be okay with because I am a good writer, damn it. We're good writers. We're good writers indeed. So we should just believe that we wrote something good for ourselves, good enough for us to like sound natural, and if not natural, sound pertinent to the subject at the very least. I think the thing that I have to learn how to do is control my voice so that I have like a consistent voice throughout of my like shit. That's what's been bothering me also, just like, Jesus, I hate the way my voice sounds. I need to sound like just one voice, one consistent tone. It's very, very odd that I keep shifting tones throughout. It's very disconcerting. I should be doing that. But it's okay. I'm streaming, so at least I'm doing something useful right now. I'm trying to get out of the funk that I've been in because, like, Father's Day was a shit Father's Day was a shit show. I went to my grandpa's with Korath and my mom and my sister, and it was like fine for a good hour and a half, and then I made the mistake of like bringing up my dad because I was gonna tell a funny story about how he was like, you know, running away from us in the car, and how I was like, haha, at least y'all ain't that bad of a dad, haha, happy Father's Day, you all rock compared to that. But my grandpa, being my grandpa, decided to like say, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. Have you called your father? And I'm like, excuse me? I'm not gonna lie, that question triggered the fuck out of me. I was like, excuse me, what did you just ask me? Did I call who? I was like, Papa, why in the world would I call that man? That's not my place to call him. He's like, you're his daughter, it is your place. I'm like, no, you're not understanding me. I'm not going to call him when he was trying to make the great escape via car, okay? I'm not that desperate. I'm not that, like, it's not gonna happen. And he really was trying to, like, make a case for my father and how I should, like, be more open and understanding about how hard it is for him. And I was like, how hard?
Why is it always him?
Because Kia, I think my grandfather is a misogynist. I think he just might be a misogynist, Kia. And I don't know, we just had a big old blow up. I had a big old blow up with my family. What is happening? Why are you eating my sleeve? What is happening? Get down, you and Sueli. Anyway, but yeah, so it was just like, it was a lot. And then my mom, like, decided to call me today and try and chew me out over Father's Day. She was like, you were doing a bit too much. And I was like, because I'm so sick of everyone trying to gaslight me into feeling like I'm crazy. And I'm so glad that actually Korath was there. I felt really embarrassed that he was there, but then I felt like it felt good to have a third party there who could see what was happening, because he'll be honest with me about what's happening, even if it makes me feel like I'm crazy. He'll be honest. And he was like, no, like, legit, you were being gaslit the fuck out of. It was kind of like wild how everyone was trying to turn what you were saying against you. And then on top of that, like, my grandpa said, well, I don't want this to turn into a debate. And I was like, you turned it into a debate when you started to take sides. That's when this became a debate. When you decided to speak up on behalf of an asswad, that's when it became a debate.
Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, no, they do this to me all the time, Kia. They do this to me all the time. All the fucking time.
Why, when you make it clear that you don't want to fuck with anybody, people are just like, but what if they die? And it's like, okay, what's that got to do with me?
Yeah, what does that have to do with me? I don't understand what that has to do with me. And then everyone's like, well, you're not looking at their side. And I'm like, bro, I don't need to when they're not looking at mine. Like, what in the world? What sense does that make? Why in the world would I do that when nobody's doing it for me? Like, I was asking my mom, I was like, I was so sick of you guys gaslighting me even when I was talking to Jade, because Jade said, like, Nia, you have always been a devil towards Dad. And I was like, excuse me, that might be true. I just don't like the way that you're saying it, and in the context that you're saying, like, he didn't deserve it or anything. She's like, I didn't say that he didn't deserve it, but you did act like a demon child to him, like, ever since you were a baby. And I was like, that's not true. You're like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you don't know what the fuck, none of you know what the fuck you're talking about. But fucking, oh fuck, I'm getting triggered just thinking about it right now. Like, my family for years has been trying to convince me that I'm too much, that I'm argumentative and all that good shit. And it's like, no, I don't think that's it. I think that it's literally just that people are wrong and they don't like to admit when they're wrong, because I can definitely admit to when I'm wrong. I can do that. It's difficult and embarrassing and humiliating, but I'll do it. But my family's not willing to take that step. No one in my family is willing to take that step. And so, like, my grandfather tried to, like, because me and my sister, like, we weren't yelling at each other, but we were, like, heatedly talking. My voice was raised and so was hers. And my grandpa was like, okay, we're going to do this. You're going to ask a question, she's going to answer it, and then that's going to be that. And I was like, okay, fine. Since you're going to try and play referee all of a sudden, fine. I asked her a question, and this heifer answered me with another question, and I was like, how dare you? Why would you answer me with a question? Why would you trigger me like that? Literally, when we said that the whole point of this fucking thing was so that you can answer one question that anyone asks you. And then everyone was like, no, Nia, don't cut her off. And it was like, bro, she's not are we fucking kidding me? Are we serious right now? We're just gonna pretend the girl didn't, like, answer. This is why she's able to get away with so much shit. She doesn't have to answer any question. Every question you ask her, she'll ask you another one that's, like, completely unrelated to the subject that you were just talking about. It was so fucking wild. We were talking about how she's always on her phone when we're around each other. Like, she's never engaged with us ever while we're out. And yet, when I ask her about it and I'm like, why are you always on your phone? She said to me, Kia, she said, why, Nia, you have all these messages on your phone. You're on your phone. And I was like, heifer, the phone is literally 10 feet from me. I haven't looked at my phone in an hour and a half because I'm here with my family. You just completely skirted around that question. I asked you why you're always on your phone. And then she was like, Nia, you're always on your phone. Look at all these messages on your phone. And I was like, again, that does not answer. I felt like I was losing my shit. And then my grandpa was like, Nia, you're just being a little bit ridiculous. I was like, are you fucking kidding? Like, what the fuck? Am I like what? Hello? Huh, okay, I need to calm down. My blood pressure is getting high. I'm sorry, Minka.
No, that's...
It was just really baffling to me how they called me like disrespectful, and they said that I was like, you can't talk to Nia about her childhood because she'll just like, she remembers it a certain way. You can't change the way how she felt about it. And it's just like, you know, the way that like family will talk about your past, and it's like, you motherfuckers sure weren't present for that, so I just don't understand how we're just saying it was something that I made up in my mind.
So bad to like just shut you up because they know deep down that you will say a lot of things, but you'll never tell a lie. And you've never been that person to like hide things or sweep things under the rug. And every time you talk to me about your family, it just seems like they just keep trying to force you to do that.
That's literally their mentality, is to sweep shit under the rug. Hello? What? What is it? Come here. What is it? But yeah, like my family so desperately wants me to just like pretend like everything is cool and pretend like everything is my fault, essentially. Like, my relationship with my dad, that's my fault. And it's like, how in the hell is it my fault? My relationship with that grown ass man. Are you kidding me?
I think it's wild that they still expect you, even after doing all this, to like be understanding and be open and receptive to them. And it's like how can you?
I just don't understand. That's a bad, like, when I looked at Corey when my grandfather said, have you called it? I looked at Corey, and his eyebrows shot into his hairline, and he looked back at me, and I was like, are you serious, Papa? You really asked me that question? You're serious? After everything he's done to me throughout my entire life, you serious right now? He was like, now, Nia, you don't understand because I understand because of everything I went through with my sons. And it's like, no, you cannot even compare it because you're present somewhat in their lives. I mean, yes, they kind of hate you because you did end up choosing another family. Ooh, you okay? You did end up choosing like another family over them. But it's a completely different situation. At least y'all talk to each other and they have the opportunity to ignore you and you are still there. They know where you live. They can literally call you. They can come and visit you whenever. Like, that's never been the case for me. I've never been inside my father's home. I don't even know my dad's side of the family. I don't know anything about those people. I know, like, that. It's just like so fucking weird to me that he keeps comparing their situations. Like, no. No, 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 no. You were married when you had your children.
Made you a part of his life, so why is everybody trying to like force you to do that for him?
Because I'm a girl. That's why. Because I'm a girl and I am the child. And I had to keep saying to them, it was like, I'm not a child. I am a grown woman. I am a grown woman. Am I my mother's daughter? Yes. Am I your granddaughter? Yes. Am I my sister's elder sister? Hell yeah. I am not a child, however. So it just really pisses me off when people keep trying to like, it's like, I cannot be around people and be on bullshit. It's not possible. Maybe that's why I'm not able to sit and break bread with my family ever. It's because, like, I cannot bullshit ever. I've never been able to bullshit ever in front of anyone. The only person I was ever able to do that with was the most abusive person in my entire life. So it's like, and it wasn't even Mark. So it's like, how in the world am I supposed to, like, sit here and forget? This dude literally drove away. He drove away. He ran away, Kia. My sister drove after him like we were in fucking Sherlock or Luther. Like, it was wild. We were on Law and Order, goddammit. And that man hid. He ran for his life, Kia. I don't want that as a father. I don't think I want to claim that as a father. Like, holy shit. Yeah, so that was a shit show. And I ended up going over to Mon and Cross the First to try and feel better, which that did help. I just ended up getting super drunk, though. And I was just so mad. I was just so upset. I'm still upset. And then my mom called me and she was like, Nia, you need therapy. It's like, I've been knew that. But for y'all to sit here and really just play like I'm the only one with a problem in this month. Like, they're like, you have so much trauma surrounding your father. I wonder why the fuck that is.
Read the relationship and let me be done with it. That's why. They keep trying to open up that wound and they keep doing it over and over again. Like, it's like they can't accept the fact that, like, you just don't want anything to do with him, and that should be fine.
I should be able to meme about his existence without people being like, are you okay with him? Hell no, I'm not okay with him. I just literally memed on his ass.
Still somebody you gotta respect, and it's like, no, the fuck I don't.
No, the fuck I do not.
That is just, I don't know. It's never my place to comment on people's family business, but I know over the years I've said some wild things to you that I'm just kind of like, you know, if the roles were reversed and they were in your shoes, they would get pretty defensive.
Oh, you know it. And they have. I give as good as I get, goddammit. That's the one thing I will say. Like, I'll never let one of them, like, just assume that they can say some shit to me. Because I know them. I know them far too fucking well. For them to ever, like, say anything about my life or to do anything in regards to my life.
Don't you think they recognize that too? That's probably why they're pushing you like that.
It's like, I don't even give it. It's like, I just really wanted.
I don't understand why everybody's just like overlooking the glaringly obvious elephant in the fucking room.
It's like, there are so many things that my family doesn't want to accept. There are so many things that nobody wants to understand about themselves, that no one wants to fess up to and admit and just move on from. They're too busy, like, they're too busy covering their own asses.
I just hope that shit does not bring you down, dude, because
it's actually been giving me a lot of the drive that I need to do something, because I need them to understand that I can make a life for myself outside of what they think I need to be doing or what they feel like will make me happy, because, like, none of them have been happy in any of the decisions that they've made. None of them. So it's like, why would I listen to you about anything when you've not made one good decision in your life? It's just, especially my grandfather.
Be wary of the people that be trying to tell you how to live your life, and they're not even living the one that they want, you know? They're surviving and getting by, and it's like, why would I take advice from you? You're
Indeed.
not even taking your own advice.
Like, it's not a good idea. It's not a great idea.
No, it just will lead you into insanity and madness. Doing that.
It's just like, I don't know. I be feeling some type of way after I have encounters with my family. And then my sister, I don't know. I might have triggered my sister into, like, having an episode. I don't fucking know.
What happened?
After we left my grandpa's, she just, like, apparently didn't go back to her house for, like, 2 days. And it's like, wow. You have pets there. I don't understand how you could just go missing. I don't. And then her fucking crazy ass boyfriend was calling mom.
What?
It's like, yeah, no, the crazy ass boyfriend was calling my mother because Jade wasn't picking up her phone, and she kept calling her and calling her, and she had to like keep telling him like, bro, you don't understand, bro, you don't comprehend. I'm gonna call the police on you if you don't leave me alone. But he kept calling because apparently he's crazy.
You can mark his number or anything?
I don't think she wants to, just in case something happens to Jade, because he put her in the hospital last weekend. So I've been having lots of mixed feelings about I used to have like a lot of sympathy for people who found themselves in abusive circumstances, because I literally was raised around people like that. But then I keep forgetting that these people who choose these relationships, it's not like they're dumb. In fact, they end up usually choosing relationships like this because it's easier somehow than trying to do regular life. I've been trying so hard to understand what it is to be in a relationship that you are trapped in as an adult. I've been trying to understand that, because I can get it when you're a kid and you have no other choice. I can get it when you're groomed into a situation. Because psychologically, there are like shackles around your mind. I get that. But for people who have relatively normal lives and who just end up sucked up in these like psychotic manipulative people, and they'll have people who love them trying so hard to get them out of that situation. It's like these people deep down, I feel like, and this is just me speaking from personal experience, like in my own personal life, most of these people didn't have any regard for their own life to begin with. So it wasn't that far-fetched for them to get into a relationship with someone who could possibly take their life. So it's like, at what point, I know I hate Jade's boyfriend. I know that. But I do hold my sister responsible. I hold her responsible for her life and for her decisions and for her choices. And I personally cannot, my mom tried to get me to understand, my cousins tried to get me to understand, and it's like there is no one who can get me to comprehend staying in a situation like that. Especially considering he has a record already. It would be so easy to get him back in jail. You could lie, you could do all types of things. Like, there's so many things you could do to get this dude out of your life. There are so many things she could do to get away from this person, I feel like. But then again, she did try to call the police and they didn't do shit. I don't know. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? It's not like she was tricked or anything. This person didn't trick her. He showed that he was worthless from the very beginning. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to feel about all of this. Like, I've been trying really hard to just, like, emotionally disconnect from the situation, because there really is nothing I can do outside of, like, going and beating someone's ass. But it's like she'll just go back to him, and I don't understand what would be the point. And if she doesn't go back to him, she'll go choose another one just like him. I'm not supposed to be like a girl who thinks this of other girls, or other people who are just in shitty relationships. But I thought this of my uncles, and they were men. It was like, why the fuck are you in this relationship with this crazy bitch? This crazy using bitch. Like, you know that they're crazy. You know that they're using you. You know that they're stealing your children's stuff. You know that they're taking your children's money. You know that they're fucking stealing your shit. You know that they're abusing your... You know all these things. Like, I don't understand. Why do we continue? And I'm supposed to be like, oh, well, you know what happened to them as children. And it's like, yeah, I understand all of that, but you know, life does happen to everyone. At what point do you expect someone to be an adult and grow the fuck up? And at what point am I not an asshole for saying that?
I think you're always going to be the asshole to people who don't want to listen.
I'm just so sick of seeing people that I care for purposely put themselves in positions where they end up hurting. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I just supposed to turn into that friend or that sister, or that, like, that granddaughter or that daughter that's just like, oh wow, that happened, I can't believe that, it just sucks for you, it sucks for you. I mean, I feel like that's just so fake. I feel like that's just so fucking fake. I've never been able to do that. My mom calls it being amicable and amiable, but it's like, no, I call it being fake. Maybe I need to think about it as something else. I don't know. But yeah, Father's Day was fucked. Father's Day was fucked. It made me hate my father a lot, that he's able to sow this much discord in my life, and his ass is not even physically present. Shit is wild. This shit is wild. But how did your Father's Day go?
Okay. I mean, I told my dad happy Father's Day, but I'm having this like weird thing that I've been going through with him and my brother. And I don't know. I think my dad might be a narc.
You said a narc?
Yeah. Like, I feel like just how he's been treating my brother. Like, one day he asked me how I felt about him as a dad, and
yeah, I remember that.
So we got to it, and long story short, I just told him that, like, how he was treating AJ wasn't right. Like, he makes him go outside and stay outside on a porch all day while he's at work because he doesn't have a job. So he makes him stay outside.
What the fuck?
Even if he's locked outside
You mean in the heat?
Even heat. Got to the point where my mom literally had to buy him a tent and get him stuff so that way he can have at least a place to lay his head down and keep cool and stuff because he's locked out of
What
the
the
house.
fuck is wrong with your father?
He kept trying to tell me that was a reasonable thing to do because he shouldn't be sitting up there doing nothing while grown folks are working and stuff like that. And I'm like, but that doesn't make sense. Like, that's his home and he's supposed to feel safe at home. Like, what? You're not even fostering that kind of environment for him.
How old is AJ?
Like, trying to, like, convince me why. And then he sent me something about, oh, he can't keep a job and blah, blah, blah. And he sent me a video of him, which I didn't bother to respond to. Because I'm just thinking to myself, like, you're only doing this because you know that deep down you're fucking wrong. And everybody in that house that is enabling you and supporting that is wrong too. Because you mean to tell me that, like, they have a dog there. You mean to tell me that the dog has more freedoms than your own fucking flesh and blood. The dog gets to stay in the air-conditioned house, but your son, the one that you saw be born into this world, is living outside in a tent.
Is he like, what's wrong? What is this? What's he doing? What is your brother doing?
He's just being a normal 20-year-old. He's fucking up. He's doing stuff. He's being stupid. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can't hold a job down because, one, my dad didn't ever really teach him, like, basic life skills. Two, they're so busy gaslighting him and fucking terrorizing him to, like, actually want to help him find stability. They're just reveling in the fact that he's miserable and that they can do stuff like that to him.
Why is he even still living with them?
Because he doesn't have any money saved up or anything because he can't hold down a job long enough to save up anything.
Bruh man has to get a job if he wants to get it. That's abusive as fuck. Holy shit.
They're taking his money, and so I'm like,
How the fuck are they taking his money?
with the little bit of money that he does get from, like, his jobs, they're taking it for rent and shit.
I would just tell them, nah, since I'm sleeping on in the goddamn tent, I'm just gonna just save up some money.
And I'm just kind of like, you know, there's a lot of things. Like, I even tried talking to my sister about it, and it was just like, that's kind of wild. But she was siding with my dad, which I was like, you know your experience with him, right? Like, you were the main one crying and telling us about what he was doing to you. And you can't see that he's, like, doing it to AJ, but, like, 10 times worse.
I mean, did Ari get any assistance?
We tried to help her, but she was intending on doing things
Her way, right? Okay, so at least she was being an adult about it. AJ might have to grow up.
And he's trying, you know, I'm helping
How
him.
old is he?
He's only 20
Oh, he just turned 20.
in November, so he'll be 21.
Oh.
And so I'm like,
Oh.
I'm gonna give him some slack. They have not
It's
even
like-
given him a chance to see what he could do before they're already down his back.
I would give him, if I were his parent, because I would be scared. I have a fear with boys who don't do anything. That scares me. However, if you have a son who, like, you notice he has, like, a kind of lofty spirit, like, he can't figure out where he wants to be and stuff like that, just give him, like, at least 6 months to a year to figure that out. Like, I would tell him, okay, look, buddy, you gonna be, like, probably eating ramen and shit for the rest of the year. Or if you expect me to eat out with you and shit like that, that's probably not gonna happen. If you expect me to like buy you stuff, that's probably not gonna happen. I'll get you toilet paper and shit like that. You can live here, but for the next 6 months to a year, you're gonna have to figure out how to like live, you know, because like you're getting to that age where you have to learn. But it is really shitty for them to just like put him outside. That's like worse than the treatment of an animal. You wouldn't even do that to an animal. I don't understand how they think that's like legitimately abuse. I don't understand how they don't think. I don't understand how your family is cool. How are they cool with that? Like I understand them being upset with him not doing shit, fine, but you gonna put your son outside? What's he gonna do out there? So you want him to just like possibly fall into something worse? Like I don't understand what's the point? What was the idea here? I don't understand. What if he like kicked him out, he became a drug addict and just became homeless? What if that's what happened? Because that does happen. That happens to people. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why ever since then, like, I have just been, first of all, I don't have the mental capacity to be thinking about this shit all the time. And now I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of cool off my dad right now. Because until he realizes that shit he doing is wrong, like, I ain't got shit else to say. I'm not gonna be smiling in your face and
hell no.
It's cool when you won't even treat the dog the way that you treat your own son.
That's just really wild.
Reiterate the fact that the fucking dog has more rights and has more say, more standing in the house than your actual flesh and blood that you say you love. And if this is how you show your love, then like something is fucked up somewhere.
I think your father, I think he's got that terminal illness that black parents have, where it's like they think that basically throwing their children to, not the wolves, to the lake of fire. I wouldn't even say it's to the wolves. It really is like to the lake of fire, is going to make them grow up and then also make them appreciate them more, forgetting that, hey, do you remember that you hated your own parents? Do you remember that? Are you not remembering that? Because that's sure as fuck, you're not going to get anyone who's going to save you from the nursing home with that behavior. I can assure you of that.
Like, once AJ makes it out of there, he's never talking to my dad ever.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. The tent, that would be, holy shit, and in a heat wave too. That is, if AJ were a child, your father would literally, that would be child abuse.
Yeah.
Oh, Kia, I'm so sorry that your brother has to go through. I'm sorry that you or your siblings had to go through that shit.
It's just kind of coming to the realization, not even coming to the realization, it's just kind of accepting that, like, both my parents are just shitty people. Like, we love them and everything.
Of course, but you can understand who they are as well. And deal with them accordingly.
Who they are. My mom is a sensitive control freak. Like, I understand. Like, she lacks so much empathy for our feelings that is laughable when she turns around and says that we don't take into consideration her feelings.
It's like something.
We don't call her, we don't text her, we don't talk to her, we'll tell her things. That every time I try to call her or just, to have a chat, because she'll swear, like, oh, you only call me when bad things are going on. But I'm like, every time I try to call you just to talk, oh, I'm busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I want to take a nap, whatever, I'm too busy. And it's like, the last straw for me with my mom was last week when my car got broken into, and I'm calling her and I'm very upset, but I'm like, she's still the owner of the car, I need to tell her what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell her, like making me like spiral and shit because she's like, oh, somebody must be watching your car and all this other stuff. Like getting me a little like fucking like riled up, you know?
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, she like switches the subject and she's like, did you get those journals that I told you to destroy or whatever? Because she had a bunch of stuff that she never got, came back for when she moved to Texas that she wanted me to get rid of, and I put them away in my personal belongings, which are at Adam's house, or Adam's mom's house. And she's like, did you get those journals? Did you destroy those journals? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling her, like what? I'm not even thinking about that right now.
Yeah, why are you asking me about some fucking journals?
Right now, when I'm telling you that I got my car broken into.
Like, legit.
And then she's like, huh, I don't know why you even bothered to call me. I don't know why you called me. What do you expect me to do? Why'd you even call me? What do you expect me to do? And I'm like, I'm not expecting you to do anything.
I was just expecting.
You're still the owner of the car.
And you're my mom. I wanted to tell you about what the fuck happened. You're my mother. What the fuck?
Oh my god, I realized that I cannot rely on my mom emotionally whatsoever. I cannot rely on her to make me feel good. I cannot rely on her to supply the emotional support that I have been needing from her pretty much all my life. And I don't know, I'm just like, my mom is just not kind to me. She's never been really kind to me. She's never had empathy for me.
Does she know how to be kind?
I don't know. I really don't know, because I just think she's just never been kind. She's been nice. There's been moments where she's been nice, but I just don't think she's a very kind person in general, at least towards me. But I'm always doing things for her. I'm always being there when she needs me to.
Maybe that doesn't need.
For her.
Maybe you need to stop. Maybe that needs to end.
I don't know, like, that just made me upset. Because I was just like, when I needed you to be my mom and to comfort me and just be like, oh man, I'm so sorry, that sucks. Like, that, my mom has never in my life done that for me. Not genuinely, at least.
Mm-hmm.
She's never slowed down to ask me how I feel about things. She's never once asked me how I feel about things.
I can believe that. I can believe
She's
that.
so stuck on her feelings and all the bullshit she had to go through that she's invalidated my entire self for all of my life. Because nothing that I could go through could ever outweigh what she's gone through.
Oh yeah.
She loves to compare that.
All moms. I feel like all parents love doing that. They're like, it's not anything compared to what I went through.
Shut up, because like nobody asked you. 1, 2. I'm almost 30 years old. Like, I've been through things, and you're not going to sit back and make my feelings all about you.
But my thing is, like, if that's true, if you really have been through worse than me, why can't you help me get through this in a nice, calm, and loving manner? If you really have been through worse, why can't you help me with this? Like, what's your problem?
Yeah. My mom irritates me. She irritates me. She throws tantrums like a child. Like, she legit called me at work, and I told her, like, hey, I'm at work right now. I'll call you on my lunch break, because I was showing her some
It's like, bro, I'm at work.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just told you I'm at work. And she starts going off and doing all this extra shit. And she's like, don't text me anymore or whatever. And I'm like,
Okay, all right.
bro, can I just have a second? Like, can I just have a fucking minute to just do what I gotta do without having to worry about your feelings all the time? And I just hate the fact that I have to sit there and do that with my mom because, like, it hurts more knowing that she will never do that for me.
Yeah.
But it's expected of me to, like, babysit her feelings just because she feels like, oh, I don't love her enough, or I'm not taking the initiative to provide emotional support to her. When newsflash, you're the fucking parent. Why do I have to give you my emotional? Why do I have to be an emotional crutch for you?
Our parents expect us to turn into them.
It's like, I'm getting so fucking tired of this shit with her. It's making me angry because I've allowed her to talk me out of things. I've allowed her to instill fear in me in certain things. I have based my ideologies, my politics, my beliefs on things that she says that I should believe in, and I never really thought about, like, how much I've let her ingratiate my life until I was just like, why do I feel like I can't make decisions for myself? Like, why do I feel like I always have to ask my mom and run it by her first before I do things?
Because you've been brainwashed. It's unfortunate. Oh, Kia, I can't hear you. Where'd your voice go?
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
No, I'm just saying I think Randy, her husband, I think he's a yes man.
Oh, for sure. I'm pretty
And
sure.
my mom for sure married him because he's a man she can walk all over.
That's so sad. That's sad. I feel like that's a common theme in some of the women's lives I've been seeing. Not just women, just like people. I don't understand the love for a yes man.
But, like, there's no way this man agreed to move halfway across the world to Africa with her.
He surely did, though. He surely did.
I would have been like, bitch, there ain't no way in hell you finna have me. I understand living life and experiencing different things, but uprooting my entire life just because you want to have an eat, pray, love moment.
She wants her moment.
I think about the fact that my mom never wanted kids. Like, she never wanted to be a mom.
Bro.
I had the cards for her, and it just shows up every single time that I expect her to be a mom, but she doesn't.
She just wants you to be chill. She wants you to be her daughter in name only.
I don't know what she wants. Changes all the time.
You should ask her to, like, I mean, if you're interested in, like, trying to repair the relationship, which you don't have to. I'm a firm believer in children not needing to, like, run up after their parents. I don't think that's necessary. I think that leads to lots of, I feel like children who have a relationship where they run up after their parents end up having very abusive relationships later on in life. Very abusive, because they foster codependence with other people.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay for you not to to be in a place where you're like, I could be independent by my lonesome. You don't have to be there to be all up in my face. It's not necessary.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, I read something on Twitter like a while ago about parents who take the my way, this is my house, and everything I say goes approach to life, breed codependent children who,
for sure,
who can't make decisions for themselves, and they're always going to look to their parent figure for the answers. And that really hit me when I read it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, wow, that is really fucking true. The fact that I sit back here and I have doubts, and I doubt myself a lot, I don't believe in myself as much as I could, and I'm just kind of like, oh man, like, I find validation in other people's words and shit like that. Like, that all stems from the fact that, like, my mom just she didn't want children.
You keep saying that.
But that's where it all stems from. Like,
Did you have it now before we go too deep into the darkness? We gotta come back a little bit before we go too deep. Did you ask her about any of this? Because you'll be surprised how much a mom will be honest with you about, especially as an adult. Have you asked her?
I think I did ask her if any of us were planned, and she said no. I think only AJ, my second youngest brother, might have been planned, because he had the whole baby book and he had the whole thing, the works, but me and my sister didn't have that.
Now, I have to ask the question now that you've said this. How did she fuck up that many times?
How did what?
How did she fuck up that many times, if that's the case? Because if that's the case, she fucked up quite a bit.
Yeah, 4 times.
Yeah, she fucked up quite a bit. So how do you think? So it's either she did want to have children, or
But I don't think she wanted to have them as quickly as she did, because she had me when she was 19.
Oh.
That's another reason why she always be so childish.
yeah,
But anyways,
yeah.
she had me when she was 19. I think she was 22 when she had my sister, and 27 when she had my brother, and then I think 31 or 32 when she had my baby brother. I think.
So it's like, I think she was having children because she felt she had to. I've noticed that with a lot of women, at least.
Probably. I mean, she got knocked up before marriage and then became a wife, so maybe. I don't know. Like, I get that we have to have empathy and understanding for our parents because, like, they're figuring life out too.
But how far? How far is that supposed to go?
Sympathy and empathy can we have for them before we're just like, all right, bro, like you're doing too much.
Like, a bitch is tired. A bitch is tired of your ways.
I'm trying to live my fucking life out here and be happy, like you guys keep saying you want me to be, but then you turn around and do some manipulative ass shit to me, or you say some fucked up shit to me, and I'm just kind of like, what am I doing that's so bad? And my mom will sit back and treat me like I'm the worst daughter in the world. It makes me feel like I'm so inconsiderate of her feelings. It makes me feel like I'm just never present for her. I'm never caring about her.
same, even though we're the ones that talk to them the most.
Right. You had the nerve to get upset with me when we were visiting, planning to visit her for spring break before she left, because she accused me of only wanting to like, of only giving Adam, what's she saying? She was like, every time you get into a relationship, you act like you don't know how to, treat people. You get in a relationship and you forget other people exist. And I'm like, where is this even coming from?
I was about to say, you've been talking to your mom, though. This is wait, what?
Because originally we were only going to stay like 2 days just to get the car and leave. But she's like, oh, I wanted to spend time with you before you left because I'm going to be out the country. And I'm thinking like, oh, maybe that's enough time. But then I'm like, oh, wait, maybe it's not. And then but before that, she's like going off on me like, oh, so you're just planning this trip around his schedule and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, you think I was going to make this trip alone?
Yeah, I had to. Like, you didn't offer to take me out. You didn't offer to drive me out. Like, you didn't offer to do any of that, so...
And then I had to like almost beg her to come and pick us up and shit. And I'm like, it should never be this hard.
I was about to say, why do you have to even do all that?
Like, be that hard to sit back and want to help me or support me. Like, why do you always have to break me down to the point of like, I just feel negatively about everything, and then you decide you want to help me. And now that I think about all the comments she's made, like whenever I would talk to her about Adam and our financial stuff and how he should be doing more, like I feel kind of bad talking to her about that stuff because... Well,
because she's like, she's a little bit like, she's got this weird idea, it's not a weird idea. She has an idea of men from a bygone age where she's under the impression that they're just supposed to be like, they are supposed to be the providers and nothing more. That is their function in life. They are providers and nothing more. And if they cannot provide for you, then they are useless. But we do live in an era and age where, you know, you don't have to depend solely on Adam, and it's kind of not right that we do that to guys, considering that like if you do it to a chick, it's wrong. I think if you do it to a guy, it's just as wrong. Now, I don't know. Hold on, where'd you go? Where'd your voice go again?
No, it's like she made me feel so bad because she's like, well, why are you with the man who can't do nothing for you and blah 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 blah. And I'm just kind of like, it's not that he's a bum. Like
he's not a bum.
I'm doing nothing. He's going to work every day. He's trying his best.
I don't understand why is that her primary concern. Like I can understand having concerns in y'all relationship, but not for the finances are like, for me personally, because y'all both like functional adults. I think the only thing that I would say about Adam is he could be making more. He could be doing more, but he feels like he's doing what he needs to do very well. But for her to like be on his ass about like taking care of you and shit like that, that's not his job. That was your father's job. Your father's job was...
It just made me feel so negative. Because I always wonder, like, why do I feel so negatively about Adam in this whole situation when it comes up? Like, why do I feel resentment about it every time he's honest with me about, like, his money issues and stuff like that?
Because...
And then I'm like, well, it's because my mom planted this little nasty idea of, like, men are nothing more than ATMs.
That's how my mom kind of acts sometimes. And I have to remind her, like, even with John, it's like, you can't just be a dick towards him. He's feeling some way for a reason. Men have feelings. They do have feelings. You should, like, try very hard to validate those feelings when they deserve to be validated. I just don't like validating incompetence. That's what I don't like. I'm not never going to validate incompetence. But like I said, your mom has really fucked up expectations of the time period that we're in. I feel like she acts like we're in the 50s still when it comes to how men are supposed to be taken care of. And it's like, well then shit, if you want him to be the ATM, he might as well be beating my ass. Shit, if we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning of how this is supposed to be, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants to me since he's the ATM. Since he's the breadwinner, and I certainly am not signing up for fucking that. Like, don't get me wrong, we all want the dream of being a sugar baby, but we forget the sugar babies do have to do shit to get that money. It's not ever for free. And it's like, I don't understand why your mom doesn't comprehend that. It's like, I would rather have Adam in his capacity right now, as he is right now, rather than being a bum like Sharon, or being like fucking an abusive dick like Matt. So it's like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Despite him being a little crybaby sometimes, I feel like it just made me think, like, I just want to kind of not even get to know, but just like experience my relationship in the point of view that I like see it in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, instead of letting whatever biases or ideas from my mother that, like, I just didn't know how brainwashed into my brain they were until then. But just wanting to kind of see, like, what my true feelings are about everything, and what I am, like, thinking, and what I'm feeling, you know? It just feels so weird to say, like, I'm almost 30 years old, and my mom is, like, my biggest, I don't know what she is, puppet master?
I feel like your mom, at this point, I feel like she's trying to be y'all friend. That's what it feels like to me.
She wants to be what he wants us to be. She wants us to be her, but like many versions of her. And I know I act more similarly to her than my dad. But I'm just like, I don't want to be a clone of my mom.
I don't think you're going to be, Kia. The fact that you, like, realize what's been happening with your personality and its relationship in relation to your mom, like, I feel like that really does mean something.
It's just so weird, Nia. I don't even know, like, what do you call this kind of relationship with your parents?
I would call it an emotionally and psychologically abusive one. I hate using the term abuse because it feels like it gets so misused nowadays, but I think that, no, that's legit. I think that's what it is. I think she's been doing that to you for years.
Oh, my God. Whenever I tell Adam, there was a point where I genuinely thought my mom hated me.
Oh, yeah.
He's always, like, so surprised. And
It's like, why? Why does that surprise you?
It's like, I guess his whole relationship with his parents weren't really like that. Like, of course, him and his dad had, like, their issues. But I was just like, well, I mean, mother-daughter relationships are extremely different.
Oh, yeah, extremely. It's like the disappointment that men usually feel towards their sons. I don't know if it's the same. Because, like, I mean, I guess that can't be completely true.
I mean, I think moms are a lot more, or can be a lot more, like,
Vicious.
emotionally manipulative because they want to feel needed.
It's the only thing that they're allowed to have in fucking life. The only thing that a mother is allowed to be is disgustingly overprotective with her children. The only way that you can be a good mom is if you've smothered them, essentially. If they feel like they can come to you for every single thing in their life. And it's like, I don't know, I personally think that moms deserve some space, because, you know, they do have to deal with us for so long. And then on top of that, it's so easy for them to lose their identities in their children.
Did I ever tell you when I was in college, my first year, like, my mom called me literally, like, every other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she would make me feel so bad because I didn't pick up. Or, like, I would just be, like, every time she called me, I would be just like, oh my god, why is she calling me? And I used to wonder, like, why do I feel like that towards my mom? You know, like, she's just my mom, she just wants to talk.
Because you could feel smothered. That's why, because you could feel smothered.
They always show you love when you're gone.
Yeah. Always. Always.
I'm like, you don't have anybody to bully anymore, so now I'm worthy of your love.
I feel like there's, like, with moms at least, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'll never know until I become a mom. But maybe it's the fact that you have so many expectations for your children. And you really do want them to have a life that is separate from yours. Like, not separate, like you're never going to see them again, but separate, like you don't want to see them make the mistakes that you made. But it's like, in trying so hard to overcorrect on your life, you end up fucking theirs up. That's how I personally feel about it. I feel like moms can be really... Like, my mom, I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like moms who move out of the state, they really don't give a damn. They don't give a fuck.
No.
Like, moms who feel the need to get away, they really did need to get away. They did. They really, really did need to get away.
That's why I'm hoping Africa is working for her.
She might end up realizing that no matter how far you run, you'll always end up running into yourself. So... I don't know why she would be under the impression that having you guys really made such a big impact on what her life could have been, because she chose to have you guys.
Oh, and she didn't believe in abortions again.
Ugh, it's this damn peacemaker dude. Fuck. Kia, I'm dying. Help me.
No way that submarine thing was a year ago.
Yeah, it was a year ago. Can you believe it?
And
A whole thing. a whole fucking thing.
It was dumb as hell for doing it.
They were rich. And apparently one of the children men were like very nice to their daddy. Too nice. I would never be that nice.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I think I might die, Kia. I think I might die. Fuck! Kia! Oh, I was about to say, where does your sound go, damn it? Why does your phone cut out like that?
I don't know. I don't notice it, so I couldn't tell you.
Damn. Kia, are you watching my stream? You son of a bitch.
Like, it's not a...
Hi, Nana. Oh, Nana. Oh, look at her. Hey, Mano.
Oh, I'm so happy that I can keep her.
Bro, I'm telling you. I knew deep in my gut they wouldn't dare.
I just didn't want to deal with the headache. I'm like, I will get her registered as a emotional support animal. But I don't know if this actually work.
I mean, you could just get the emotional, it's like a fucking thing that you just like, I think, you could just go online and get a certificate for it.
If you have to do that with your cats?
I did not do it with my kitties, unfortunately. But I did it with Minka. I think Minka is one. I think that we got it for her when she was at least 7, maybe. Oh, Minka. There she is. Ah! Kia, I'm dying in this game. Stop doing this to me. Ria Buchenska. Yay, I won, Kia. Look, here's Willow.
Oh, she's so cute.
It's her favorite place to rest.
I think I need to get back into the gym, dude.
Do it. Do it. Why'd you stop? When did you stop?
I got lazy.
It's okay.
I just get too tired. It's such a commitment having to go to work and then go to the gym and do homework, and it just seems so unnecessary to fill my schedule with things that are gonna make me feel stressed.
Well, the thing is, you have to start looking at it as happy time. Well, not happy times. It's efficient times. Like, instead of thinking about it as time that you could be resting, think about it as time that you're not wasting. You know, at least that it's been helping me just a little bit to maintain somewhat of my writing schedule and creative schedule. But you know what? I have also been wanting to go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm just like, I know that, like, ideal version of myself that I see that's a little bit more healthier and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know it just takes a lot of work to get there.
It'll take you quite some work, but you shouldn't think about it as just work. It's a labor of love. It's a labor of ultimate love. It's your glow up. You owe it to yourself to have your glow up.
I do. I think it is time. It'll make me feel better. I'm trying to just, I'm ready to get into my it girl era.
Yes.
Of girl, productive girl era. Like, I want to start taking better care of myself. I want to start getting, like, my nails and stuff done and feeling more put together and putting more effort into, like, just myself, you know?
Mm-hmm. I believe that you can do this. These are achievable tasks. You should see the way you look at this damn phone. Kia, watch me play games so that you can judge me.
This documentary, Nia, I finally got Netflix, and I watched this documentary called Tell Them You Love Me.
Mm-hmm.
This white lady got into a relationship with this disabled man who had cerebral palsy, and she was teaching him how to talk, and somehow she, like, manipulated him into, like, kind of starting to, like, profess his love for her.
Oh no.
Relationship, but she was saying that it was him that was typing these things up. And so they started having sex and shit.
Oh
and
no.
Like,
oh no. I don't believe that for 1 second.
told the family, and they were like, "You did what?" And she went to jail for
rape, I imagine.
Yeah, because she was like, I was like, there's no way he could have gave consent to that. Like,
And if it was how it could be possible, but not through her. I feel like there would have to be a third party.
to set that up.
Not to set that up, but just to like see if it's legit. There has to be a way, because I just wait. Okay, so she was in a position of power over this man.
Yeah, so this is back in 2009. She was a professor over like some like disability and race or something like that. And she was teaching like this thing called functional her name is Anna Stubblefield. So she was using like this thing called it's like functional communication or facilitated communication. So facilitated communication is when like nonverbal people were given like these little tablets, I guess, but not like tablets in the sense of like touchscreen, but they're like more like keypads, and they would just type out like with the help of an aide, like they would help them type out things depending on like the spasms of their arms or whatever, or their fingers, wherever they were like technically pointing to the most, they would help them type out stuff. So really, it was just them typing out things that they wanted to like, I guess, have them type out or whatever. I don't get it, but they were just helping them type. So this lady says that she can teach. So this man is taking this lady's class, and he comes up to her and says, "Hey, I have a disabled brother who has cerebral palsy, and I think he could really benefit from the facilitated communication." She's like, "I can't get you into like the nearest university who does that, but I do know some things, so I'll personally like help." So in the 2 years that she spent helping this man like learn how to like talk using this little tablet thing, it claims that over the course of that time they fell in love with each other. And she started saying like, his mom started saying like he started demanding to like live on his own, and he wanted to be more independent, and he was a vegetarian and all this other stuff. And the lady that was teaching him was claiming all these things that he was saying to her. And then she was explaining how like they first started kissing, which was so uncomfortable. I was like, ew. And then she's like, one thing led to the other, and then they began a sexual relationship or whatever. Then she broke the news. They both broke the news to his family, and his family was like, "What? You did what?" And they kind of like, "Hey, we need some space, whatever." And then she started calling them and trying to figure out what was going on, until they eventually was like, "Hey, bro, you're not welcome here." And so now, I kind of fell asleep at that part.
I kind of fell asleep at that part.
Like, that whole time I was watching that, I was like, yeah, there's no way this delusion. First of all, this lady was married. She was married to a black man, by the way, and had 2 mixed children, by the way. She's married and left this married man and her happy family to be with this man who she had deluded herself into thinking, speaking to her, and they were both in love. When in reality, when his family tried to use the facilitated communication with him, he could barely get out like a sentence. But all of a sudden he can speak to you. He can type out whole paragraphs, and it's all eloquent and shit. So, and then like this lady was supposed to serve 12 years, but she only served 2. And even in the documentary, it still sounds like she has feelings for him. And I'm like, that man could not consent to nothing that was going on.
No, I imagine he could not.
But like, that is a scary situation. And like,
fucking gross. How many years was she able to do this?
She's getting away with it for about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, he is. You said 3 years.
Like 2 or 3 years.
That's fucked.
Yeah, I know, right?
Kia, send me that documentary.
Huh?
Send me that documentary.
Okay, it's called Tell Them You Love Me. It just came out like last week.
Bro, so this poor guy was being abused.
Sueli usually stalks around before getting. I can put Sueli away.
Kia, that just like harshed my vibe.
Ain't that kind of like, that just is crazy.
That's so fucked. That's a Law and Order SVU episode.
The fact that she didn't serve all 12 of her years in
It's
prison.
because she's a woman. I swear on everything I love. Was she pretty?
No, she was a regular white lady. She got 12 years, but they only served 22 months.
Oh, 22 months.
Mm-hmm.
22 months.
Nope.
They said, fuck that dude. They said that dude couldn't possibly be hurt. Kia.
That's so fucked up.
That is saddening. That doesn't make me very happy. Ugh.
Are like so fucking weird.
People are always fucking weird.
Like, I understand that people who are nonverbal deserve to have communicate too, but that's not for you to sit back and manipulate. Now, if they were genuinely trying to communicate, like, we will never know.
The world will never know.
Because you're out here on fucking disabled men, which is just like so weird. Why? You kind of have a family.
It's usually the ones that have a whole family that end up doing shit like this. They're bored.
I'm just like, it's just like, how disturbed can you be?
Very. Very, very much so disturbed. Very much so.
I was watching it here, and I was like, I've never been more uncomfortable with something in my entire life.
That's gross, Kia. That's like... Bleh. Bleh. Well, Kia, you just gave me some sadness for the evening. Dollop of sadness, just a dollop of sadness.
Out here, you know.
Hmm?
I tell you, there's some sick freaks out here, you know.
It's why I don't want to have children. I don't understand why people have children. Because there are some parents who will just murder someone. I'd murder that woman if I were that dude's mom. Even if he is a grown adult. I'd murder that woman.
Rusty and shit.
With a rusty knife, I'd murder that woman. Because it's just like, why would you